Right. Okay. Right. Okay, guys. Good evening and welcome back. Let's start the class. We are discussing the bank reconciliation statement. Now, up to now, last week I discussed about the bank reconciliation statement. I told you we can prepare bank reconciliation statement like just only having a like including all the like reasons for the differences in cash book bank column and the bank statement in one place, or we can prepare using two ways. First we can prepare the adjusted bank account and then we can prepare the bank reconciliation statement, right? So we discuss about the both, right? Then today what I'm going to do, I'm going to discuss this one, right? So we need to go with this one, case study. Let's start with the case study, critical thinking. Okay, go to the case study, bank reconciliation statement. Marcus owns a home improvement business in Colombo, right? So this is in textbook page number 136. 136, right? Marcus owns a home improvement business in Colombo. He prepares his cash book for the January 2017. He then received his bank statement. His cash book and bank statement are shown below. You can see cash book opening balance and bank statement opening balance is telling. So opening balance are telling. So just put right like this. Since opening balance are like this, since opening balances are telling, like opening both are correct. So put correct marks. Opening this one 500 457, in here opening also 451, sorry, 451 in both. Since both are correct, so just put correction mark in here as well as in here, right? Okay. Now what is the requirement? Prepare bank reconciliation for the statement for 31st January 2017. Now you can see closing balances are not telling. See, in here closing balances are in here 450, 659 in the debit balance. In here 1020, this is a credit balance. You can see, understand? If it is a debit balance, I told you in the bank statement, debit balance means the overdraft, understand? Bank account debit balance means the favorable balance, understand? So bank statement debit balance means overdraft, bank account debit balance means favorable balance. Bank account credit balance means overdraft. Bank statement credit balance means having money in the bank, which means the favorable balance. Now you can see closing balances are not telling. Understand? Closing balance both are not same. Now we need to prepare the bank reconciliation statement. Okay, right? This is a bank reconciliation case study, page number 136, right? I told you. Page number 136, yes, right? Case study, page number 130. Okay, right? Now we can use three methods to prepare this. There's a hint. Let's see. Exam hint. Always tick your entries off as you go through the cash book and bank statement. Check the opening balance of the cash book and bank statement before ticking, as an outstanding item could be from the previous month, right? In here there is no any outstanding from the previous month, right? Okay, now let's compare, right? Cash book debit side with the bank statement credit side. Okay, in here J in J Jennings 816 here. In here also 816 here. Both are here. It's not a reason for the difference, right? J Sahif 186, but in here it is wrong, right? In here 168, in here 186. Can you see this is a reason for the differences? This is 186. See, right? This is 186. Understand? Circle it, right? Circle it because it's not in here. So circle in here 800, 186, not in here. Now let's compare the credit side. 91 in here, let's see 91 in here, no. So because of that, just circle the 91 in 384. 384 in, not in here, but not the other side. So circle it. 84, right? 22 as well. You can, but when it comes to the 22, K Patak, right? So check now. Yes, it's in here as well as it's in here, both in, right? So just put correction because both are in here. Right. Next one. Then 164 in here, check number 170 in here as well. Put correction mark. තියෙනවා නම් හරි දාන්න. Right? 164 in here, here as well. 123, it's in here. Pay check number 180, but not in here. So just circle it. When it comes to this other one, 291 in here, but not in the other one. So just circle. 291 in here, but not in. Right. So now you can see these are the reasons for the differences. Understand? We found the reasons for the differences. Right. Now, you know, I told you what is the reason this one, what is the name we call 186, 68. I told you this reason we call as what? Bank logman not yet entered on the bank statement, which means deposited but not yet realized. Bank logman not yet entered on bank statement. So these are unpresented checks. These are what? These are, what is the other one? Bank transfers directly deposited to the bank. Understand? So in here, this one is what? This is can be either standing order, bank charge, checkbook charges. This is not a bank charge or checkbook charges. We can concern it as a standing order. Understand? Because it's a check number, but it's not a check number as well. Why? There's a check number. So, but in here, concerning the thing, you need to concern as a checkbook charge, right? Let's prepare. Now I told you initially we can prepare, right, using three methods. First method, right, I told you we can prepare the banks. I'll use the three methods, right? Initially we can prepare in here bank reconciliation statement. Just wait. I'm going to use three methods. Method number one. Method number one. I can prepare like this. Number one. Right. So bank reconciliation statement. Bank reconciliation statement. Bank reconciliation statement as on the date is 2017, right? Yes, 31st January 2007. 31st January 2007. The one method. In this method, I'm taking a balance in hand as per cash book. Balance in hand as per cash book plus something minus something, then cash in hand as per bank statement. Cash in hand as per bank statement. This is the first method, right? Then method 2, right? Opposite side, we can use this one in here and this one in here. Understand? Which means I'm going to do like this. Bank reconciliation statement. Don't write a look here. Reconciliation statement as on 31st January 2000, right? I'm going to use another method. In this method, I'm going to put cash in hand as per bank statement plus something minus something. Then balance in hand as per cash, right? And also last week we studied another method, method number 3, right? Last week we studied first initially. What we are going to do, we are going to prepare the amended cash book. Initially first, we are going to prepare the amended cash book. Amended cash book. After that, in the third method, then we are going to prepare the bank reconciliations. Got it? Understand? Bank reconciliation statement as on 31st January 2000. So then I'm taking uh, cash in hand as per amended cash book. Amended cash book plus minus, then balance in hand as per bank state. Let's see, we can use all methods, right? Now what I'm going to do, just remember, right? But initially, let's see, cash book closing balance how much in here? 123. Sorry, 695, right? Yeah, 695. Now 695, right? 605 closing balance was, cash book closing balance, you can see 695. Okay, so 695. In here also debit side, balance brought forward 690. Clear to you guys? Understand? In here your final answer should be the 695, right? You, so all the reasons are correct. In here bank statement closing balance, you can see how much? 1020. Understand? 1020. So I'm taking 1020 to here, right? So your closing balance should be 1020. In here also your closing balance should be 1020, right? All good. Understand? Right. Now let's record all the reasons one by one, right? Let's record all the reasons one by one. First one, this one. J. Uh, Shahif, what is this? You know, in here I told you what is the name we call. We call this one as bank lodgement not yet entered in the bank statement, which means we deposited in the bank, but not still not deposited. Right? How much? Check 168. So sorry, the value is 168. Now tell me how we recorded. Look here. Now you know to think in here. I told you. Can you remember? I told you we take three methods: 100, 10, and 90. Can you remember? Right? Now in here, when it comes to it's appear in the debit side of the cash book, which means we added in here. Right? Debit side of the cash book means the plus side. So in here, this is 100. Understand? But in the bank statement, it's not added. Credit side is not appear in the credit side of the bank statement. It means that is the 90. So you know, I told you in here, this is 100, right? This is 90. So from 100 to take 90, we need to deduct it. So we entered bank lodgement, right? Lodgement not yet, not yet entered on bank statement, entered on bank statement, right? The value was, how much was the value? Value was 160. Okay, let's take this one. Initially, we take the bank statement balance not added. Understand? Not added means it's 90. In here, it's added 100. From 90 to take 100, we need to add 10, right? So, bank lodgement not yet entered on bank statement. Writing the first one. 68, right? Yeah. Let's take this one. In here, initially we record the things circled in the bank statement. This is something circled in the cash book, which means the cash book bank column. Okay. Now, in the amended cash book means to amended cash book, we take the balance of the initial cash book. In the initial cash book, it's debited. Amended means also the same. It's debited, which means added. Understand? In here, not added. 190. So from 100, we deduct bank lodgement not yet entered on bank statement. 160. right? Let's go to the next one. These things, these are what? Unpresented checks, understand? These things are available on the credit side of the bank account cash book, but not in the debit side of the bank statement. There is a matter in here, but I want to take these appears as, can you balance this one and tell me the balances are correct? Just it can tell me. Okay, let's go find the balances. Is a matter like in here, just see in here check number 114 91 in here check number 114 290. Got it? Let's take 451 minus 291 106. That is the this kind of error as well. In here 451 800 plus 168 1479 minus 91 minus 4 plus 22 plus 106 plus 123. These are correct. So, but my matter is in here. This is kind of a error something to concern it as error, but there should be some additional information. They haven't given you any additional. If there's error, we don't know whose side, whose end error, whether the error in the cash book or the whether the error in the bank. Understand? Can you hear me, guys? Right? There is no any information given as which side, then which side. Send me a thumbs up. They should gives us whether the bank state error in the cash book or whether the error in the bank statement. Sometimes the business recorded correctly, but the bank is not. But sometimes bank recorded correctly, but the business not. They need to give additional information. But see, the check numbers are correct. Check numbers are correct. Understand? Both check number 114 in here. Got it? Check number 114 both in here, but no any information like that. So nothing to do. Why? What can we do now? Nothing. Why? There's if something like that. They should give it to us as a error, but nothing cold like that. So what I'm going to do? Any idea about what had told in your schools? Can you remember? No. Liasha, any idea about the school note? Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Yeah. Nothing. This, about this one in here, like 114 check number 91 in here, but in here check number 114 291 here, two different numbers.
No, I can't
Sorry,
no, I can't remember.
remember, right? Okay. So if the error in the bank, we don't know whether error in the bank now, we don't know what is the correct amount, whether 91 or the 290. If so, they should give us. Understand? Right. Just wait. Right. Okay. Now nothing to concern, right? So we don't know whether which side error is here. You need to concern as another unpresented check, right? Okay. So let's see in here. Let's see whether the balances are correct in. Just wait. Here. See the balance is 451 plus, sorry, minus 291 plus 860 minus 164 minus 22 plus 186,000 rupees. Let's see. These are unpresented checks, right? These are unpresented checks. So what we need to do when it comes to unpresented checks, let's see what will happen, right? You can see in here in the cash book, it's credited, which means deducted. Deducted means 90. In here, not deducted, which means 100. From 90 to take 100, what we need to do? We need to add, right? These are unpresented checks. Unpresented checks. Check number 114, 91, 415, that is 384. Then another thing, 118 is 120. Let's go to here. In here, bank statement 100. This is, since cash book deducted, it's 90. From 100 to take 90, what we need to? We need to deduct, right? Unpresented checks. $91, right? So in here, 114, 115, 180, 91, 384, 120, right? Let's go to this one. In this method, I told you the reasons found in the cash book record in here, circle things. Bank statement circle things comes to here, right? Unpresented. Amended cash book deducted 100. This is, sorry, 90. In here, bank statement 100. From 90 plus 10 is the 100. So, unpresented checks. Hundred 14, 115, 108, 91, 384, 120. Right. Done. Now let's go to the bank statement. Right. In here you can see 186 circle, right? Got it? Right. So 186. Actually that sheet also error, you can see. This is 168 in here. In here 186 in here. Got it? Values are different. That's why, but the in here they should give us which side, which end error. We don't know whether the error in the bank or the business. Right? Okay. Now this is what, we call this one as what? Bank transfer, which means direct deposits. Bank transfer, someone directly deposited. In here this is 100 added, 90 plus 10 is the 100. So this is bank transfer. Bank transfer 186. In here bank statement 100 because added. In here not added, 190. So we need to add, from 100 to take 90 we need to deduct it, right? So bank transfer 186. In here, now I told you, in the amended cash book we record only the circle things in the bank statement. Bank statement credit things we come to the debit circle things comes to the credit, because of bank transfer cash book balance should be increased. Why we take it to 106, sorry, 186. Okay, this one. You can see this one, check number 114, 291. Don't know whether they haven't given you. Let's take concern at this one as a standing order. Now tell me what we need to do standing order. Standing order, bank statement deducted, which means 90. This is 100. From 100, we deduct 10 to take the 90. Right? Standing order. Standing order, how much? Standing order, 291. 114. In here, 90, 100, we plus standing order. Standing order, we need to deduct from the cash because it's debited in here, we credited. Now I want your support. Take the calculators and tell me the totals, right? If through phone know anything, just tell me the totals in here. Total of these things 91 plus 384 plus 123 plus 186, 784 plus these two and tell me the total. 695 plus 780, 400. Get the total of these things, just 168 plus 291. 450. This is 8 plus 1 means 9. No? Is 2. 168 plus same. Yes, okay. Deduct this one from here and tell me the total. 1475 plus 459. This minus this. 1475 minus 450. 1060 or 20. See, just check again. Something here, bank transfer. Then in the 8. No, there should be wrong. Just check again the answers. Our final answer would be 1020. 91 plus 384 plus 123 plus 186. How much? 84 minus 695. 1479. This one. Minus 459, which 1020. We get the answer. Okay, now in here, get the total of these two and take 168 plus 291. How much? 459 plus 1020. How much? 1479. Get the total of these things. 91 plus 384 plus 123 plus 186. 789. 84. Deduct these things. Check whether the answer is 1479. Yes, you get the same answer. In here, 650, 695 plus 186 then it's 881, 880, DCD, DBD minus 291, which means 590, 590, 500. Add this, deduct this, right? 91 plus 384 plus 123, which means 598, 160 plus 590 means 1188 minus 188, you get the 1020, you get the same answer. But I got, like, all are correct, but there is a matter. What is the matter? So these are the matters you can see in here, right? Right? These are the two matters, right? In here 140, in here just see new thing. In here you can see, like, same check number 114, but give two values. Same check number can't be this two values. If two values means there's something error. Understand? Okay. So some end error, sometimes the business error or the bank error, they haven't given, right? So they didn't give anything. In here also 160, same name, Sahif. In here same name but two values. Something error but not given the which end error. So I just concern it as normal. Finish it and raise to hand. Write it and raise to hand. In both three methods. Is it clear to send me a thumbs up, Diashia? Right? Okay. Write it and raise your hands. The same answer in three methods, right? Student, raise your hands. Waiting for the raise hands. You are still writing, send me a thumbs up. Hope you are still writing. Right, okay. Once you done, raise your hands. Right. Okay. Let's go to the other one. Now come to the other one, which means that bank overdraft. Okay. Let's see how it goes in the bank overdraft. When there's a bank overdraft shown by a credit balance in the cash book, the adjustment need reconciliation work are opposite. Those need to be a debited uh, debit balance. To those needed to a debit balance. So shows a cash book and bank statement showing a bank overdraft. Only the check C Canton 106 and the check paid not need to be adjusted. Now you can see in here. Now these are the things to be adjusted in here. Now the balances are not. Now you can see opening balance are correct. Okay, just see opening balance. Now opening balance you can see opening balance cash book bank column credit side 709. Put a correction mark. Cash book bank column credit side 700. Bank statement 700. Then see the other thing, compare debit with the credit 308 here 300 in here as well. 120 in here. 120 in here as well. 124 in here. In here as well. But 116 here, circle it. 106, not in. In here, 140 can see in both things, right? 63 in here, but not in. 767 and 49 in here, understand? 77 and 49 in here, but also in here. The circle things are only in these two, right? No, these 63 is unpercented check. I told you credit. But once we something circle it in the unpercented checks. In here, there is the bank lodgement not yet entered on the bank state, right? When we prepare, if there's an overdraft case, just remember overdraft as per cash book, we like put like minus. That's why in here 380 within bracket. Like cash book closing balance is 380 credit balance. Credit balance means overdraft. You can't write, we need to write it as minus if when we are preparing the bank reconciliation statement. Unpresented check, add. Once you add 63 to the minus 380, the balance is 317 because from minus we need to deduct it. Then again we need to deduct like this balance also minus, right? Circle it. This balance also minus. Make it minus. 317 also minus, right? So minus. So this is also minus, right? 317 minus 317 plus minus 106 means store again the minus adding. Minus added means you can see 423. Now need to write, you just remember if the bank column like cash book bank balance goes to the credit side, which means it is the overdraft. When we are taking the overdraft to the reconciliation in the first method in here or the second method, in these two methods, if we write the when we write the balance as per cash book, write it as minus. In here also you get a minus balance. Understand? That is the next one. Dishonoring of checks. You can see in here, just remember when the bank overdraft, in the bank overdraft, the last one in here, when there is a bank overdraft shown by a credit balance in the cash book, the adjustment needed for the reconciliation work are opposite to the those needed for a debit balance, right? Opposite beat. That's why we put minus, right? Okay. Dishonoring of checks. Last part in the bank reconciliation. Then the questions. Questions will be covered tomorrow. How about tomorrow? Have you got classes tomorrow? About 6? Yashia? At what time you have the CC class? Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Wait, sir.
Sorry? Sorry? I beg your
So,
pardon.
basically, CC Rasa is having fever today, so then I don't know if he's having the class tomorrow.
Alright. So having fever today, right? So I think there won't be class tomorrow as well. So I'll check, right? If not, shall we do the class around 4:30? Or the 6:30 is
So
the
4:30 can't because I'm in a class. Yeah, 6:30 is better.
6:30 to 8:30 tomorrow, right? 6:30 to 8:30, right?
Okay, sir.
right? Dishonored checks. Yeah. When a bank receive a check from a customer, the bank record the check on the debit side of the cash book. The check also appear in the customer's bank statement to deposit to the bank. At a later date, the customer may find that the check will not pay them to the amount due to the check. It is known as a dishonored check. Dishonored check, a check that the bank will not pay because there is not enough money in the account to pay it. Now in here it says, just see, when the bank receive a check from a customer, the bank record the check on the debit side of the cash book, right? Not the bank, it is the like business. The check also appear on the customer's bank statement as a deposit to the bank. At a later, the customer may find that the bank will not pay them to the amount due to the check. It is on a dishonored check. Right, let's come down. Example, a check may be dishonored for several reasons. For an example, uh, uh, Auta gives a check for the 300,000 on 20th May 2017. We bank it on 25th May 2017. Our bank returned the check to us. This may because Auta wrote 300,000 in figures on the check but wrote 200,000 Kenya shillings in words. Sometimes right case means that the Kenya currency. You know, in a check, the amount in numbers as well as the amount in figure should be same. If it is the difference, the bank refuse it. We will have to give the check back to the outer for amended or reissue, to give it that person to amend or the reissue. Outa wrote the year 2016 on the check instead of 2017. Normally, check are considered dated 6 months after the check on the date on the check. In other words, bank will not pay checks that are more than 6 months. Since the if the check data is like in a previous year, since the check is valid from the uh, mentioned date, the time duration is 6 months. If it is exceed the 6 month, bank is refusing it. Outa did not have sufficient funds in his bank account and his bank will not allow him to have an overdraft. In such case, the check will be dishonored. The bank will write on the check refers to drawer. We will have to contact Outa about getting his about settling his account. In all those cases, the bank will shows the original banking as being cancelled. Uh, they will show the check paid out of our bank account, right? The bank will notify us as soon as this appears. We will then amended our account to show the check being cancelled by credit in the cash book. We will then debit the amount to Outa's account. When Outa originally paid his account, we record as follows. Now see, initially you can see there is a balance of okay Outa's account. This is a receivable account. Understand? Can you see this is a receivable account? There's a debit balance. Now, when that person give a check, we credit the receivable balance, which means when we receive, our asset decreases and our bank account debit because we are like giving it to the bank. Once we have recorded the dishonored check, this will appear as follows. Now, once the check is dishonored, again we need to remove the credit entry. To remove the credit entry, we need to debit it. Also, though we debited the bank account concerning our bank balance increase, now why we debit the bank account? When we hand over the check to the bank counter, we debit the bank account. Understand? But since the bank refuse it, we need to credit it again. That's why in here is the entry to the or related to the dishonoring receivable account debit, bank account credit. Right? Write the heading. I'll give the bank overdraft as well. So just wait, I'll give some example. Write the both things. First, we write the bank overdraft. I'll give a note as well. Bank overdraft. Right. Bank overdraft. Now see, initially I'll take cash book, bank column, PBF initially comes from the credit, uh, 709, right? 700, right? So in here 140, then apart from that 63, 77, then 308 in here, 120, 124, 106. Once we get the total, 1038, 1038, 49 is also there. 380, BCD, BBD. If the BBD balance goes to the credit, which means this is an overdraft, understand? Then in the bank statement, it's appear like this. See the bank statement, debit, credit, the balance, right? In here, balance is 709. 709 debit, which means debit means the overdraft. OD means the overdraft. Got it? Once we deposit 380, the overdraft will decrease up to 401 debit, still the overdraft, right? Once we withdraw 140, the overdraft will increase 541 is still a debit balance, which means the overdraft. Bank statement debit balance means the overdraft. Once we deposit 120, this will decrease up to 421, still the debit balance, which means the overdraft, right? So once we deposit 120, the debit balance, the overdraft will decrease up to 297, still a debit balance, which means overdraft. Got it? Right? Once we withdraw 77, the overdraft will increase 374, still a debit balance, which once we withdraw 49, the this will decrease up to 423 debit balance, which means of now you can see this is the overdraft of 380 OD. In here 423, which means the closing balances are not telling, understand? We compare, this is a credit balance, this is a debit balance telling. You can see, let's compare these two. These things are available, 77 available, 49 available, this is not in 380, 380, 120, 124, right? So then 320, 124, 124 is 106. You know, this one is, I told you, unpresented checks. This is entered in under bank lodgements, not on bank state. These unrealized. Another word, unrealized. Now what I want to tell you, think any case, if we prepare the bank reconciliation, when we take the balance overdraft as per cash book, overdraft as per cash book, we need to write the 380 as minus, plus and minus. If I take the other way as well, think method 1, method 2, bank reconciliation, right? So then in here we are taking overdraft as per bank statement, overdraft as per bank statement. Our final answer should be 423. This also should be minus. If I take in the second way overdraft as per bank statement on top, here no plus minus, there in a overdraft as per cash. Our final answer should be like 380. Let's see how we recorded the unpresented check. You know, this one deducted in the bank column, which means deducted, you know, this is the deduction side plus increase side, this is the increase side, decrease. In here deducted, deducted means 90, bank statement not deducted, which means 100. So we need to add back unpresented checks 63. Okay, in here this is not deducted 100, this is 90. From 100 we deduct unpresented 63. Next one, in here this one added, in here added means bank balance plus, sorry, cash book balance plus, which means 100. This is 90, so we minus bank judgment not on bank statement. How much? 106. In here bank statement not added, so 90, this is added 100, 90 plus 10. Now you can see in here 380 plus 63 means overdraft will decrease up to 370, minus minus we adding, so 423. In here 106 plus, can you tell me 423 423 minus 106 means 370, right? Is still minus, plus 63 means 380. In the third method also you can use, it's easy, right? Why? In here first we prepare the amended cash book. In amended cash book, you know, we take the DBF, this one, credit side 308, right? So nothing in here, same thing, 308, 308 to 308, BCD, BBD. So if we prepare the bank statement, in amended cash book, I told you we record the bank statement circle thing. There's nothing in bank statement, bank reconciliation. I got the same three methods, right? So overdraft as per amended cash book 380 plus minus, then overdraft as per bank statement. The same method, we need to get the answer 423. Now you can see in here, right? You can see. So these are the things unpresented, right? So unpresent means deducted in here, cash balance minus, which means deducted means 90. This is 100. 90 plus 10. Same this one, 63. So it will decrease up to 307. In here, uh, bank lodgements not on bank statement. This is cash book at, means 100. This is not at 90. 100 minus 10. Same answer, you understand? Okay, the same method which we done in the previous way, I have recorded using the three method. Is it clear to send me a same overdraft scenario, similar to the, I got similar to the previous. Write it and raise your hands. Yeah. Once you done, raise your hands. You done, raise your hands. Next one, last one. Let's write about the overdraft. Sorry, we so we need to write about the next one. Dishonor check. Dishonor checks. Right. I'll take the same example. Okay. There are the three things. Number one, right? Number one is about okay. So right. Receive a check from receive a check from uh, a octa. Number two, number two, dishonored the check. Number one is this. Number two, the check. Okay, these the thing. Okay, First we receive. When we receive, you know, in the receivable ledger, there's something called a octa. There was a balance of 300,000. 300,000. When we receive the check, we debit this, we credit this one, and we debit the cash book bank column. Cash book bank column. Cash book number 1. When it dishonored, again we restate this one. 300,000 cash book number 2. Okay, write it and raise your hands. Last one, right? Write it and oh. Once you done, raise your hand. Till that I'll logo all your raise. Rest of the things I'll be discussing tomorrow, right? So tomorrow, so my plan is to finish this lesson. So at least the end of the chapter questions, as well as some questions in the exam practice, right? Let's try to finish it, and we can finish it off. Then we can go to the past papers related to the second lesson and the first lesson. Got it? Right. So this is enough for today. Let's meet on tomorrow 6:30 p.m. Right? Update me if you got the account class. Right? Okay. Thank you for the participation. Good night, Musa. God bless.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.